So the cars rolling on their formation lap here at Barcelona. Welcome along if you are just joining us. John Hindorf with the action. The first of two races, getting rather darker than the television pictures show at the moment after a delay, almost an hour delay earlier on in one of the other support races. And in fact, the Alpine A110's put to the end of the day because the other series did not have headlights. In the championship, at the moment, Lucas Fresinet leads Simon Terman and Paul Cahoop and Edwin Traynard. They've all had at least one victory this year, although Lucas has had three. And here's how they line up. Terman and Hergon at the front of the field. Paul Cahoop and Louis Merrick are on row number 2. There are a couple of other championships, the Junior Championship and the Gentleman Championship, but let's just keep an eye on the overalls at the moment. There's Lucas Fresinet on row 3 for Chazelle, with Jules Gougion for Racecar Consulting alongside him. Thibaut Boissy and Gossiera Dest, former Audi TT Cup driver, the Polish lady driver. Matteo Herrero and Rodolphe Walgren, the two Herrero racing drivers, on row 5. On row 6, Edwin Traynard in the 98. He's got Louis Maurice alongside him for company. Mathieu Blaise and Tim Merieux have the 7th row in hand, while behind them Frédéric Roy and Pierre-Etienne Chaumet on the 8th row of the grid. Row 9, Philippe Bourgeois and Laurent Richard, and Anthony Fournier and Jean-Paul Dominici are on row number 10. Behind them, it is Stéphane de Groot, Margot Verza, Marc Silvestre, and Alexis Gassin. And the final row of the grid is row 13, 25th position for Pierre Macchi and Frank Roussel. So 25 minutes to go. Lights have been asked to be put on. It is a little bit overcast here, so racing into certainly the twilight, even maybe beyond that now. It's getting quite dark. The camera's making it look probably a little brighter than it is. The safety car shortcuts into the pit lane, so it is Simon Tierman and Laurent Hergon who control the field. 1 or 2 gaps, but a nice 2x2, well split up on the hash marks. Wait for the red lights to go out. When they do, we'll be racing for 25 minutes. Rings on, and the clock starts counting. Safety cars coming through behind the headlights with a bank of illumination going down in the first corner. There's got to be 4 or 5 wide there, but I can't tell you who it is as they go down into the first corner and break through turn 1. Has everybody got through? 1 or 2 taking to the MotoGP long loop, and a problem there for the 222. Rodolphe Walgren for Herrero Racing, the dark red and black. No, it's not, it's the 85, excuse me. It's Thibaut Boissy, the other Herrero Racing car. And that red, white and black machine then off to driver's left at the motorcycle long lap loop. So already a problem. We are still green at the moment. Let's just see if we can see what happened and who pushed him wide there. There had to be 5 abreast across the track, at least there. Maybe even 6. They're not wide cars. He got a little ding. Well, he got a little ding and then he ran over one of the sleeping policemen, made to stop you taking that cutout. And I wonder if that just caused the problem. Safety car is out. Now there's a pass for the lead just before the safety car came out there. And the marshal's already down to that Herrero Racing car. So let's see how quickly we can get this sorted out. I think Laurent Ergon nicked the lead early on, going into turn 1, but then Simon Tierman got it back. In fact, that is, yeah, he is leading in the number 8 car from the 69 in second, the LS Group Autosport machine. Then the Patrick Roger Autosport, Paul Cahoop, number 16, Louis Merrick, Race Car Consulting, Rodolphe Walgren, who I thought was the car was off, has gone up a position. Jules Gougion, Race Car Consulting, the 35 is 6th. Lucas Fressinet, the overall championship leader, has dropped a position. In the classes, the best of the gentleman driver, Mathieu Blaise, in 11th position. VIP, Stefan de Groot is the only entry. Just give you a rundown of the other championship situations whilst we do have a moment. As I said, there are 3. The overall dominated by Lucas Fressinet with 3 wins over the year so far. Simon Tierman is in 2nd position on 74 points, 87 to 74, then 71 for Paul Cahoop and Edwin Trenard. All of those 4 have had wins this year. He's on 55. In the junior category, Simon Tierman leads on 51 from Paul Cahoop and Lucas Fressinet on 47 apiece. Trenard back in 4th on 33. And in the gentleman category, it's Anthony Fournier on 73 from Frédéric Roy on 67. Philippe Bourgois in 3rd position ahead of Laurent Richard on 47, 44, and Michael Carré is also on 44. Marc Sylvestre, who's here this weekend, scored in 7th on 43 points. Well, we've gone back to racing, and Tierman leads them down to the first corner. Laurent Ergon right in there as well. Paul Cahoop in 3rd position through turn 4, and it is the Autosport GP car of Simon Tierman, number 8, now down to the left-hand hairpin, going downhill, tricky breaking into there. Pretty much flat through turn 6, that's where they are now. Now climbing the hill at turn 7. There is a lift at turn 9. Get the car turned in and then back onto it from there. That's where the leaders are now. Down the back straight, I suppose you'd call it, to the recently reprofiled turn 10. Far less braking down there at the moment. Now climbing into the stadium section. That new turn 10 makes turn 11 much quicker, and it's a real balancing act to get into the long right-hander at turn 12. Over the top of the brow there. Now down to the left-hander at 13. To the end of the lap now. Looks like the number 8 of Tierman has got away just a little bit as he crosses the line. Yes, 1.3 seconds ahead of Cahoop now. Is up in the 2nd in the 16. 2 juniors. Then Laurent Ergon lost a place that time around. Still Merrick, Waldron. Marrero's got past Goujon for 6th position. Pierre-Etienne Chaumet and Tim Merriot have gone past Fresinet. Championship leader is having an absolute nightmare. Dropped down to 10th place there on that lap. Gentleman category, it's still Mathieu Blaise in a 12th position. He got passed by Gaucher Rodez last time around, but still holds on the lead in his class. Richard second in the gentleman class in number 23, and now nothing between him and Mathieu Blaise. In fact, barely half a second between them as they went across the line. So coming round to complete another lap, still with 16.5 minutes to go in this first of 2 Alpine Elf Europa Cup races this weekend at Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. And the gap has come down at the front of the field. Tierman closed down by Cahoop. 0.6 of a second, and Paul Cahoop's just put in the fastest lap of the race in that number 16. Laurent Ergon for LS Group Motorsport in 3rd leads his class. We've got a real scrap for the lead now. Into the pit lane. Now, a pit call in the short races is end of race. It's Pierre-Etienne Chaumet for Code Racing Development in the number 24. So, disappointment there for Pierre-Etienne. Fantastic to see these cars racing in the evening time. Really super street and race cars. Championship leader has made up a position because Fressinet back up to 10th, and we've got a safety car. No, it's just a yellow flag, excuse me, yellow panel. And there's been an incident involving the 222. Now that is Rodolphe Waldron, the Herrero racing car. So the 08, the black Alpine leads, with the headlights blazing into the night. 300 horsepower from the 4-cylinder 16-valve 1.8 engine. Rear mid-engined, and safety car is now out. Rear mid-engined cars. Now 3 cars missing, but all in different sectors. Well, one of them we knew about. The 45 was Frederic Roy. Oh no, we didn't, excuse me. Yeah, no, that happened early on, my apologies. 85 was the one that went out early on, was Thibaut Boisy. And there is a 45 in the gravel, that is Frederic Roy. And we've also lost the number 98, but that was Edwin Trenyard. And Now that car again shown as not starting, but again I think we saw that car early on, so possibly a transponder issue there for that car. Proper little racing cars these, highly sophisticated racing steering wheel, aluminium monocoque with 6 piston Brembos at the front and 4 at the back, electrically assisted steering, Öhlins shock absorbers on all of the cars. Suspension as well. That looks like Frederick car's being torn down. So hopefully no damage there. He's lost a lap or two, but has the opportunity to rejoin and continue to have fun in the gathering darkness. There are some lights around the circuit here. It isn't a fully lit circuit. And the marshals beckoning Frederick to get going. I'm not sure the car is going to play ball there. That's disappointing for Frederic Roy. Happened to Gosha and Dest as well. She's in 10th. She's made up a few positions in the number 3. Really good breeding ground for drivers, this Alpine Elf Europa Cup. We've seen drivers graduate from it into other sports car series. I think the problem that Frederick had was he couldn't get around the back of the Nissan. Now he pulls off. Well, that's good news. All of his headlights are still working. Hear the storms rattling around underneath there. 9.5 minutes to go. Fair wind, we should be going back to racing maybe at the end of this lap, possibly just 1 or 2 corners too far around now. Coming up to turn 13 now. Have come back great. Well done to race control for clearing the track. Simon Tiemann, Paul Cahoot, Laurent Ergon. Single file down to turn 1. Oh, somebody's gone on at turn 1, is in the gravel. Just keeps it out the wall, and I mean just keeps it out of the wall. It's the number 29 on a wild ride for Mateo Herrero. There is a procedure if you miss turn 1. I'm not sure that was quite followed there, but he did a great job. I don't think he gained anything. The idea is you're meant to go through between the 2 yellow sleeping policemen, and the next car drove over them, so that's going to get a warning as well. So the white car with a red and white racing stripe was, I think, the car that did that. But I think that might have been Lucas Frezza there. No, there's Lucas there. There it is. Two cars back from the 93. Chip Blaze, maybe? If that's the case, he was our leader in the gentleman class. 222 under investigation. It's a dark red and black car. Following that incident earlier on. Down towards the final corner, accelerating onto the start-finish line. Kart track laid out alongside the main grandstand. Down the final corner. Second car in the pits now, as well. 24-45 both in the pits. So Frederick Roy, in fact, just leaving the pits, and a spin there for the number 59. Louis Maurice. Now, has he lost the engine? No fire from the 1.8 motor. Maybe damage on the left rear. It looks to be sitting down just a tiny bit. I think the driver who went long in turn one and didn't follow. Oh, I've got another safety car. And didn't follow procedure was Mathieu Blaise. We'll see that come up on the messaging screen. Also been a warning for car number 9, Philippe Bourgois, who actually is also just into the pits. His track limits at turn 9 at the top of the hill. We've all done that on all of the games, haven't we? Like that. Trying to keep your foot in. So Simon Tierman have to manage another restart here. Points in the overall championship: 20 for first, 15 for second, 12 for third, 10 for fourth, 5th, 8th, 6th, 6th, usual is 6th, 7th, sorry, 6th, 6th, 7th, 5, 8th, 4, 9th, 3, 10th, 2, and 11th all the way down to 20th get a single point. However, in the championships, that's not how the championships, like the junior and the gentleman, it's not how it works. In the gentleman, it's 15, 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And I think that's the same, if I remember rightly, in, oh no, it must be the same as the overall in the junior. Yes, it is. I can just imagine Jeremy Shaw, my co-commentator on IMSA, having to do all the different points there and stack it all up, which is why I said we'd only be talking about the overall classification to start with. This one might finish under yellow, you know. Great work by the recovery team. Just looked like left rear suspension damage. I'm not sure they're going to get that car to move. I think that needs a lift or a flatbed. Oh, I may be wrong. Not sure he wants to be driving that. Could do more damage to the drive shaft or the gearbox. So, coming together between Philippe Bourgois and Louis Maurice under investigation. With 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Could you cover that with the yellow and give them a partial lap? They'd have to have the safety car in now. Ah, well, maybe they can drag it to the other side of the track and out of harm's way and let them go for 1 lap. There's a chance here, but they've got to go now. And we have gone green. This is great race direction. Love to see this. It will be a 1-lap dash to the flag, I believe, with 90 seconds on the clock. Green flag is waving, green lights are on over the gantry on the start-finish line. And Simon Tiemann had to have his wits about him there as he comes down to turn 1, in front of the car, diving towards the tarmac. Paul Cahoop and he have just pulled away a little bit from Laurent Ergon, who's in 3rd. Then Louis Modak, Rodolphe Walgren. No time to mess about here. If you're going to make up a position, you're going to have to do it right now. And that's exactly what the number 20 of Jean-Paul Dominique is trying to do with Margot Versa right ahead of him. Through turn 4, the leaders just coming up over the brow and then dropping down to turn 5. Easy to lock up an inside tyre here. Michelin rubber for this category, and the leading pair have gone. There'll be no dragging those back. 3rd, the white car of Laurent Ergon is the number 69. Then Louis Merrick, Rodolphe Walgren. Louis Merrick with the yellow headlights. Green numbers denoting he's in the junior category, if you can see them through what is now a very dark evening here. Don't let our cameras fool you. Time has elapsed. So Simon Tiemann will lead them onto the start-finish line. Will he see the last lap board, or will it be the checkered flag in this first race of 2 in Catalunya? I'm looking to the pit wall. This is the last lap, so it was the 25 plus 1 lap. And here comes the dive down the inside to turn 1. Here's Cahoop. This is big for the championship, and Cahoop goes through 3rd in the overall, but he can't hold on to it. Does the crossover side by side into turn 3. The lead has changed a couple of times. Coming up into turn 4, big defensive move on the inside by our leader, the white car, Laurent Ergon. He is sitting in 3rd. Again, there's a slight overlap as they come to turn number 5. Down the hill, it's flat out through 6. Looks like Merrick's lost a place, perhaps there. The 2 leaders, 1st and 2nd, it's not over. Laurent Ergon looks to be closing down a little bit as well. He's on his own. That white car in 3rd is gaining on the leading pair. This is the last big braking area. Ergon right in there. I don't think he's close enough to make a challenge. Don't think any of them are. Cahoop then just got his nose ahead. in that back and forth at turns 1, 2 and 3. Tierman fighting back. They were side by side for 3 corners. It's been a cracking battle. And as they come to the line, the checkered flag is waved for the first race of 2 this weekend. And it is Paul Coote who's hung on. Half a second the advantage at the end from Tierman, but what a last lap. The opening part of the last lap was outstanding there. So the number 16, Patrick Roger, Autosport leads and wins from Autosport GP. Paul Coote from Simon Tierman. Laurent Ergon for LS Group is 3rd overall and wins his class ahead of Rodolphe Valgren in the 222, who did get ahead of Louis Merrick. Louis on the junior podium in 3rd. It was Mathieu Blaise who got up into the top 10 for the best of the gentlemen. Laurent Richard in 2nd and Pierre Machy in 3rd. Gauzier Adest inside the top 10 as well at 8 and 3rd in her class. So a podium finish for the Polish driver. Well, again, interrupted by safety cars, but well done to race control for getting us a couple of laps at the end. And nice to see Gauzier back with a roof over her head. Down through the years. The BMW Talent Cup Formula 4 in the UK. I remember her very well in the Audi Sport TT Cup 15, 16 and 17. She did some TR in Germany as well, and then came across to the US. Finished 8th in the Alpine Europa Cup twice in 2020 and 2021 in the overall standings. See if she can move a little further forward in the race tomorrow. So the Alpines move back to the pit lane. In what is now very dark conditions. Very dark indeed. I promise you that is the number 16 of Paul Coote. That'll add another 20 points to his championship tally. It's also a point for fastest lap and a point for pole position. Paul was only 3 points behind Simon Tierman, who he beat to the win there. And Lucas Fresenier, who was leading, will be finishing down in 6th position. So only gets 6 points. So he'll be on 93. And Paul Coote will be on 91. So he's moved within, I reckon, 2 points of the leader, depending on who got fastest lap. And Simon Tierman will now be in 3rd position. Andrew Marriott standing by to speak to the Frenchman from Patrick Roger Autosport, Paul Coote, who has won the first of 2 races this weekend.
Absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's a very good race. I'm very happy. I'm very happy because
and racing in the dark. You didn't expect to race in the dark.
Yes, it's very good. I'm very happy for this race because I'm a good pace or after a long race, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, it was. Did you think you would be able to get past the move when you took the lead? It was just terrific.
Yes, it's fantastic, and I'm very, very happy.
He's very happy, and it was fantastic. Well done. And John, well done to you. Very difficult, those 3 races, of course, with all the different incidents. You carried it off brilliantly. But some more action, of course, to come from down here in just a few moments when we have night practice for the big race. But certainly we're entertained by these Renaults here.
We'll have race 2 of the Alpine Elf Europa Cup tomorrow. Confirmation of the results, half a second the advantage. Paul Kahubu closes in within a couple of points of championship leader Lucas Fresinet, who finished down in 6th position. Paul going to 2nd, I reckon, in the championship. Simon Tierman dropping down to 3rd with that result. And going up to 2nd with that result. My apologies. But very much tightened up at the top of the championship. Mathieu Blaise won the gentleman part of the race. Laurent Ergon in 3rd overall won his class ahead of Rodolphe Walgren and Gossier Dest, who finished up in 8th position. So, an unexpected night race for the 2022 Alpine Elf Europa Cup. No such luck tomorrow, because it's all before the start of the Creventic 24 hours of Catalonia, Barcelona. Thank you to Andrew in the pits, and to all of our dedicated production crew and our camera operators from 0221 on site, and Tim Gray up in London. I'm John Hindhaugh. Join me tomorrow for 3 more races from each of the 3 support categories this weekend. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.